Well, hi there again. Welcome to Professor Snyder's, that's me, Music Biz News. You may remember last fall I spoke about the very first 100% AI-generated single to make the charts. And this was in Germany, and it was produced by a producer named Butterbro. The name of the song was, I can't pronounce the German, but In Love with the Taliban. And there was some controversy about the lyrics and everything, but the main point was it was the first single, AI-generated single to make the charts. And today, I read about the very first 100% AI-generated album to be released and to be played on Spotify. Spain set record for first music album to be created entirely with AI. Pioneering AI artist Pedro Sandoval has released the first two albums created entirely with AI and certified by Spotify. Last month, Spotify released a number of songs, with two AI-generated voices in a first for the streaming platform. The music was made by Spanish artist Pedro Sandoval, a pioneer in the use of this technique in art, film, and now music. The singers are called ZKY18, Zicky18, and Dirty Marilyn, and even though the sound of their song is reminiscent of many in the electronic genre, their voices are so real that they could perfectly match those of any singer currently recording. It's perhaps not surprising because it's something they've been working on over the past 3 years. Together with Luis Martinez and Felipe Sandoval, I have created the first two digital voices using artificial intelligence, says Pedro Sandoval, who was one of the first visual artists to apply this technique to his work. They are the first to be verified by Spotify as the first voices created with artificial intelligence, he adds. On this platform, you can already listen to songs like, and I can't pronounce the Spanish, but here are the names of the songs. These are the first songs that the platform has certified and that have been developed in Spain, but the first on the Spotify platform. Pedro organized a big event last Saturday in Madrid where he officially presented the albums to international guests and personalities from the world of music and technology. Sandoval has been a staunch defender of AI in the artistic field, considering it a tool that, when used well, allows for the expansion of creative possibilities without substituting the essence of the artist. Speaking to Euronews, he explains that the value of a work created with AI depends on the instructions and refinement that the artist applies to the process. He learned from figures such as Andy Warhol, Keith Haring, and Jean-Michel Basquiat, which has allowed him to fuse tradition with innovation, positioning himself as one of the most relevant voices in the debate on the future of art. And where do you fit in on this debate? So Spotify, I'm sure, is thrilled to have these 100% AI-generated albums on their playlist because, don't forget, AI-generated material is not copyrightable, which means Spotify doesn't have to pay royalties. So how many more of these albums can we expect to appear? How many more people will jump on the bandwagon and begin to push away human-generated albums? So you don't even have to really be a musician to put out an album that can be played on Spotify. It's already happening, but this was the first official Spotify-recognized AI-generated album. What do you think about that? This is your competition. This is your competition there, musicians. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, all that stuff. Bye.
Implosion. Man, woman. Zodiac. Supernova.